Dr. Coleridge, another thought occurs to me. We've agreed that this list that you've prepared could very well mean the end of Frank Ryan's political career.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Do you have any political motives in giving me these?
Do you mean, am I working for one of Frank Ryan's opponents? No, Miss McKee. It's nothing like that.
You're certainly not a friend of Frank's.
I think that the voters deserve to know that Frank is not the person that he pretends to be.
This list will absolutely take care of that.
And you will, keep your source confidential.
You have my word. I'm only interested in the truth, Dr. Coleridge. If the truth turns up a good news story as well, so much the better.
If you make Frank Ryan answer those questions, I promise you the story of your dreams.
I won't see you at the rally tonight?
No, I'll be waiting anxiously to read your account in tomorrow morning's newspaper.
Aren't you curious how all this is going to work out?
Yes, believe me, I am. But I don't think I'll put in a personal appearance. I'll just stay home, think about you and the Ryans, and all of Frank's supporters.
There's a man who always gets my vote, and Ryan is his name. He's on his way to Congress and precisely.
Oh, John, did you make that up?
Hey, is that the new bunting, Bobby?
Wasn't too good for the people's choice, Charlie.
Hey, let me get some more bunting back here.
The old one was all ragged, Johnny.
Give me some of this back. It's going to be all right. Yeah, this stuff here is...
Sir Frank, why am I telling you that? Here, would you take another button?
I've already got one.
I'll take two. Oh, Jack.
Hi, Mom. Oh, excited. It all looks so grand.
How are you, Jack?
Oh,
Good night.
Thank you for coming, honey.
Are you kidding? Would I miss a night like this? Hey, Dom, are those barriers and the loudspeakers outside for us?
Well, we figured there'll be people outside screaming to get in. Oh, they won't be able to.
Maybe we can't pass among them and take orders.
Want to wish you luck?
Thank you.
I hope all goes well. I know how important it is for you.
Just a look.
He's going to be talking about Frank Ryan.
You said it. It's going to be a big night, a grand night to be a Ryan.
Want more of your favorite soaps?
That's great.
Log on to abc.com/daytime. Watch current full episodes of All My Children, General Hospital, and One Life to Live.
Online critics love it.
Plus, get exclusive sneak peeks of what's coming up next.
Sounds like a thumbs up to me.
Connect with other fans to discuss what's on your mind.
I always want to hear what you have to say.
And check out the 101 galleries to get an intimate look at the history of your favorite characters.
That's the best news I've heard all day.
Find it all now at abc.com/daytime. We asked Bradford Anderson to name all the Spinelli nicknames he could remember. Go.
Stone Cold Mr. Serpacino-esque one, Maximista, Blonde one, Original Blonde one, Prince Pectoral, Big Daddy Stone Cold, the Goddess, the Divine one, Bad Blonde one, the Demented one, the Valkyrie, the Brusque Lady of Justice. I could be here for literally 3 days, probably.
See who Spinelli will nickname next on General Hospital. Weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.
Bare Minerals is the original. Millions of women worldwide love Bare Minerals because it changes more than your skin.
Bare Minerals will change your life. This is smooth, it's nice, and it covers. I like that.
Bare Minerals is the only foundation I would ever use. Ever.
100% pure Bare Minerals is not like any other makeup. It looks like beautiful bare skin while it covers whatever you want it to. No matter what your skin type or condition, Bare Minerals is for you. Best of all, now is a great time to start going bare because right now you can get everything you need for flawless coverage. And a new favorite, Click Lock Go, gives you a spill-proof way to take Bare Minerals foundation with you anywhere. We also have an exclusive bonus collection worth $57.95, free. and it's all yours for more than 75% off retail. Our introductory Get Started kit includes Bare Minerals Foundation for flawless coverage. We promise a perfect shade match or your money back. You'll also receive warmth for a healthy glow, Mineral Veil, the ultimate finishing touch, and Bare Minerals Professional Flawless Application Brush. Call right now and you'll also receive 3 fabulous full-size and totally free gifts, including Bare Minerals Flawless Definition Mascara. Purchased separately, you'd spend over $120. So our original Get Started kit was a great deal at 2 payments of $29.99. But if you call right now, this entire 7-piece set is yours for just 1 payment of $29.99. That's right. Order direct and receive everything you see here for only 1 payment of $29.99. That's over 75% off the retail price, a savings of over $90.
It's not expensive. It lasts for such a long time.
Bare Minerals is my miracle.
With our 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to lose.
To save over 75%, call 1-800-235-3320. ESCO, you can receive this handy compact. Call 1-800-235-3320 now.
Now, everybody move on down here. After the speeches and everything, I want you to give me an R. R. Give me a Y. Y. Give me an A. Give me an M.
How are you?
Hey, this is really great. Hey, how long has this been going on?
Listen, the party's just beginning. There's going to be a real party later on.
Oh, somebody's going to teach me how to do the real, huh?
I'll take you on later. Okay?
Yeah, all
But
right.
first, you get a button, and you get a button. Everybody gets a button.
Yes, I'll teach you how to reel. That's dangerous. Hey, no self-indulgence, please.
I didn't know you were going to come. Yeah, I knew you were going to stand by your post here.
Yeah, listen, if you get a chance, just tell Frank that I'm doing a great job, okay?
Sure I will.
You know the good thing about standing by this door? I get to see who's here. Come in.
I know there's a rally for Frank Ryan tonight. It occurred to me if you can't beat him, join him. You mind my going over with you?
Oh, come on, Seneca.
I promise I won't make a pass at you in public.
Now, I'm not going to think of that remark as inflammatory or a hostile gesture toward Frank. But I think he might interpret it in that light.
I'm going because I know the Ryans and I know Frank. And I guess I got kind of a special interest in Frank Ryan. See, I even planned to vote for him. Anything to speed him on his way out of town.
Well, a vote for any reason will be appreciated.
And if you don't object, I'm planning on taking you out after the rally.
Oh, come on, Seneca, that's enough.
Now, wait a second. I have something I want to say.
Okay, I'm waiting.
Maybe I misinterpreted what went on in the beach house, but I don't think so. When 2 people go to bed together, when they love each other as we did, when they care about each other as we did, then in my experience, the caring goes beyond the pleasures of a particular moment.
We were alone. There was a fire. We were both lonely.
Oh, come on, Jill. Now, what I felt from you was a lot more than that. And I'm having a very hard time dealing with this sudden turnaround.
Look, I didn't mislead you. You know that I didn't. And if you're disappointed, I'm sorry. My impulses at the beach house were to care for you. Oh, I don't know. Look, maybe I was looking for a new direction for myself, okay?
Then it was real.
Yes. For the moment. And maybe if Frank's situation hadn't changed, who knows what might have happened. Because when I don't want to brain you over the head with a brick, I find that you are a dear and wonderful man.
You know, Frank's situation really hasn't changed. He is still married. He is still tied to a wife and child.
He has a son that he cares about. The rest of it is over.
Really? You say it's over, huh? If it's over, and if he cares for you as much as you say he does, then why aren't the 2 of you together?
Because I don't want our loving each other to be destructive to him. I'm sorry, but that's true. Of course we love each other. But I don't want anything to spoil that campaign. He deserves to go to Congress. And no scandal about me is going to ruin that for him.
Boy, I sure wish I thought he was treating you half as good as you're treating him.
He is.
Yeah. Well, since you don't want to go over to the rally with me, do you mind if I go over by myself?
Of course not. The Ryans like you. There's no reason why you shouldn't be there. I just don't want the 2 of us standing together, that's all.
Yeah, sure. Well, you can't stop me from looking at you every now and then.
Frank, you are so stubborn. Oh, will you get out of here? Will you, please, if you're going? Oh, Seneca. I've got work to do. Please, I'll see you later.
Don't let me overload you, Jack.
Yeah, I think I can handle it.
Well, honey, if it gets too heavy for you, just let me take it.
Competitive spirit in the Ryan family sure runs deep.
Now, but it'll be fine. Now. Don't you dare drop it,
I'll
now.
try not to.
Okay.
Oh, that's very funny, Bear. Very funny.
That is some change.
I can't believe it myself. Jack and I have been having such a hard time trying to get used to being married. Some of it's been so beautiful. Some of it has been awful. After the last go-round, we both decided we needed to make a real effort. And that's what he's doing tonight.
And he's doing it very well. Awful? What do you mean?
Well, it seems to me that marriage has to be a sharing.
Oh, it certainly does.
Well, Jack is so defensive. He finds sharing very hard. I know he wants us so close, but it's as if there are whole parts of him marked no trespassing. Violators will be prosecuted.
Oh, that makes you hurt and you feel left out.
But it's better tonight.
That's an incredible group of campaign helpers Frank has out there. I get the feeling they'd walk on hot coals to get him elected.
Some of them would.
Delia's at the door, greeting people, passing out buttons, making everybody feel the party can't start till they get here.
Oh, yes, it's certainly in their element. Isn't it wonderful what Frank's been able to do? Without ever having any of what you call the advantages.
Oh, I don't know. From what I've seen of the Ryan family, Maeve, I'd say he's had plenty of advantages.
Oh, no. It's the country, Jack. It's the country. It's America. Back home in Ireland when I was growing up, we had a big loving family, but a man had no chance at all to get on. My own dad. He had to flee Dublin after the Rising. And afterwards, he was educated, he was idealistic, he was hard-working. And with it all, he was fortunate enough to scrape out a meager living as a school teacher in the country. No, and here's Frank, with all the opportunity and never knowing what oppression is. Having watched the waste of my father's life, I'm so glad and grateful that the same thing's not happening to my son.
You must be very proud of him.
Proud. If I was any prouder, I'd burst. Oh! Come on now. Let's go with it.
What do you...
I'm trying.
Well, all the volunteers are here. All the local...
Hello, Mary. Good of you to come.
Nice to see you. Hello, Mary, Jack. Hey, tell me if I missed anything.
Well, everybody's just 2 drinks up on you, that's all.
Well, catch me up, for goodness sake. I wouldn't have missed this for lots of reasons.
Oh, and one of the principal reasons just walked in the door, if I'm not mistaken.
Jill, I would give you a button, but so you have one. I don't know what else I can possibly give you. Dee, this is Frank's night. Let's not spoil it, okay? How you doing? Mind if I stand with you?
And if you stand right here, you'll be able to see the whole thing.
Oh,
It's all right. It's okay. It's all right. Hey, Jill.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Any beer?
Now, we got to get started right away, huh? I'm going to get Delia. I want to bring her down front with you, all right? Smile. Now, smile. This is your night.
Okay, Johnny. I'm all right. We're all right. Hey, let's go. I feel good.
It's gonna be a great night. I can feel it in my bones.
Just makes the campaign official.
From now till November 2nd, it's all stops out, right?
Here comes his wife.
Thank you,
Jack, what's she doing here?
Here, Charlie, sit up there. Make got the box seat there.
Reporter, I guess she has a right to be here with the others.
She's no friend of Frank's. Can't you see if you can get her out of here before the rally starts?
People are talking about General Hospital's Sean Butler. Patricia Rich posted on Facebook, he is a good-looking bad boy with a good side. I'm really digging this one. Elizabeth Cross agrees. Oh yes, he is a sexy man. Suki Williams-Ellis adds, I trust my eyes when I look at him, and they like what they see. Judy McCoy says, good choice, GH. And Kathleen Hahn sums it up, so damn hot. People are talking about General Hospital, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.
Last summer's #1 news series returns.
Me and you, driving fast, chasing bad guys.
ABC's Rookie Blue.
Need a little action.
Whoa! You're under arrest! You are a rookie. Don't forget it.
What's happening?
Don't move. For a rookie,
A lot of pressure to be perfect.
every day is still a first.
You said you wanted action.
ABC's Rookie Blue. Season premiere Thursday, June 23rd on ABC.
In case of everyday emergencies, it's important to be prepared for dinner. That's why I prepared my Purdue Perfect Portions fresh chicken breast. They're individually wrapped so you can cook what you need and store what you don't.
Purdue Perfect Portions. Ready when you are.
The seasons change, but we still may suffer from nasal allergy symptoms. They can hit you year-round, indoors or out. Oh, to have relief. Prescription Nasonex is clinically proven to help relieve nasal allergy symptoms, including congestion, runny and itchy nose, and sneezing.
Side effects may include headache, viral infection, sore throat, nosebleeds, and coughing. Infections of the nose and throat and eye problems, including glaucoma or cataracts, may occur. Have regular eye exams. Slow wound healing may occur, so do not use Nasonex until your nose has healed from any sore, surgery, or injury. Nasonex can increase your risk of getting infections. Avoid contact with infections like chickenpox or measles while using Nasonex.
It does not come in generic form. Ask your doctor if Nasonex is right for you.
A cover-up is unraveling.
This is bigger than you and I. I could lose everything. My wife and daughter.
This week, while two enemies work together to keep Todd's secret,
So we agree? You do this.
another man remembers who he is.
I am Todd.
Watch One Life to Live, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 9 on SoapNet.
Who's coming and who's going? SoapNet has the status update on your favorite stars. On General Hospital, Bruce Weitz is back as gangster Anthony Zaccara.
It's some turn of events.
On The Young and the Restless, Emily O'Brien is saying goodbye to Genoa City.
Another time?
Daytime favorite Tamara Braun is Taylor on Days of Our Lives.
Okay, I'll drink to that.
And on One Life to Live, Roger Howarth is back in Landview.
I have to be with my family.
Keep up with the latest status updates on SoapNet.
Okay,
Okay, thank you.
Okay, please, may I have your attention? May I have your attention, please? Great bunch of talkers, huh?
And Martha, see outside for a second?
I don't think so.
Come on. Only take a minute.
Take your hands off of me. Remember, it won't be very good for Frank if you put me out of a public meeting.
Thanking you all for being here. It's been a great turnout, Now, for the strangers in our midst who are wondering if I'm Frank Ryan, let me say I gotta disappoint you. I'm Charlie Ferris, district leader, but I've been around so long they trust me to make the introductions. So, you knew that, huh, mate? So here goes, okay? Now, we have here our favorite son, Frank Ryan. Trying to kill me. And his lovely wife, Delia. Yeah. And finally, Frank's mother and father, Mr. and Mrs. John Michael Ryan. Now, let me say that this rally isn't the kickoff for an ordinary campaign, because we got ourselves a winner here. A winner! A man who came out of nowhere to win a seat on the city council last year. And a man who's going to win the big one this November. Hey! Now, I know a lot of you are friends of Frank's, huh? But for those of you who don't know him, let me say that this is a man who's going to bring all the people in this district together, black and white and Spanish, because he cares. Because he's an honest man, and because he's a good man, eh? Now, people are thinking this election year about truth, huh? And trust, and restoring people's confidence in the integrity of our leaders. But let me say that this is a man you can believe in. A man who's going to fight for what's right, and a man who's going to honor this community. I give you Frank Ryan.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you, Charlie. I'm very glad I picked you to do the introductions. Thank you, everyone. You know, today I did a little bit of calculating, and
I realize that it's been exactly 19 months since I first put out my hand to a person on the street, a stranger on the street, and said, hey, I'm Frank Ryan. I'm running for city council. Well, that was about, 2 elections ago, and I figure I've been mighty lucky since then. But it never would have happened without the support of my family, my mother, my father, my sisters, my brother, and my wife, of course, and all of you volunteers who put in so many long, hard hours on my behalf. I thank you, each and every one. Yes. Right. And with your continued support, I hope to go on and win that election in November. Now, I've got a speech that I'm prepared to give, but I think most of you have heard it once or twice before already, haven't you? So I thought maybe the best thing I could do was to give you an opportunity to ask me some questions. And maybe in that way, give me a chance to tell you more than I could in any speech. How about that? What do you think?
idea,
Okay?
Frank. Good idea.
Good.
Frank, if you get elected and go to Congress, you're going to take your dad down with him and open another...
Well, that's a pretty good idea. Why don't we ask him, though, huh? What about it, Doc?
A bar on every street corner.
That's what I thought you'd say.
Councilman, will you promise always to have an open door so that anybody from Riverside can get in to see you?
Absolutely. In case anyone doesn't know, that's my sister Mary of Channel R fame. She knows the kind of questions I like to answer.
Mr. Ryan, I have a few questions here that you may not like as much. I was wondering if you'd be willing to answer those.
Sure. Just shoot. Go ahead.
Thanks. Is it true that the pressures of the campaign have had an adverse effect upon your family?
Well, I'd say that any occupation that requires a man to work 18 hours a day, 7 days a week, will always be hard on a family. However, I'm hoping that that'll all ease up after November.
Do you mind answering anything like this? I mean, it's not off limits.
Of course not. This year especially. It's very important for any candidate running for public office to be open, to be candid.
And of course, to be honest.
Of course.
If elected to Congress, Mr. Ryan, will Mrs. Ryan and the baby be accompanying you to Washington in January?
No. Mrs. Ryan and my son, little John, will remain here in our New York apartment.
Is that your way of informing the voters that after you're elected, you and Mrs. Ryan will separate? Or are you separated now, despite Mrs. Ryan's presence beside you at this moment?
Next, take a trip to the Upper West Side on Ryan's Hope. Later, spend some time in Genoa City with the Young and the Restless, only on SoapNet.
Two families in turmoil.
What's the matter with you?
Will Luke finally go to rehab?
Let's go.
And
Sonny needs to pay for his arrogance. You have to hit him where it hurts.
watch General Hospital weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.
It's the biggest splash in sun protection. New Aveeno HydraSport Sunblock Spray. The first active naturals formulas with Lotus Complex protect as well on wet skin as they do on dry by bonding with wet skin while others run. New HydraSport, superior protection from Aveeno.
Losing weight is as simple as 1, 2, 3. Eat right, be active, and try my new Smart Weight Loss formula.
I lost 23 pounds the smart way. I lost 30 pounds. It really works.
Say yes to my Smart Weight Loss, the smarter way to lose weight.
It's the gold standard in volume.
The richest look.
Voluminous Million Lashes from L'Oreal. The most luxurious volume ever. Our first millionizing brush. A multitude of bristles for a multitude of lashes. Our most refined wiper. No overload, no clumps. Discover perfect, polished volume. Beyond lush, incredibly rich. Now volume is millionized.
Millionize your lashes.
L'Oreal's Voluminous Million Lashes.
Because we're worth it.
We have our own way of thinking. We think sustainability is nothing new. We think justice is older than any government. We think we can grow radishes on the moon. We think education is for the mind and the spirit. We think Indian.
Help tribal college students preserve their way of thinking.
It's all
I know what you did.
been leading
Who's gonna save you?
to this week.
I don't need to be saved.
wants justice for Zach.
Answer me!
I killed your husband.
Now, can she move on? Watch All My Children, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 8 on SoapNet. A cover-up is unraveling.
This is bigger than you and I. I could lose everything. My wife and daughter.
This week, while two enemies work together to keep Todd's secret.
So we agree? You do this.
Another man remembers who he is.
I am Todd.
Watch One Life to Live, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 9 on SoapNet.
People are talking about General Hospital's Michael and Abby. Monette Lindbaum posted on Facebook, they are totally right for each other. And Bridget Poole cheers, yes, Team Abby and Michael. Tanya Bunchu-Bernard adds, they are so hot. Lori Rogers-Olson sums it up, they are perfect for each other. People are talking about General Hospital weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.
Miss McKee, when I'm in Washington and my wife's in New York, we'll be 200 miles apart, so that could be termed a separation, I suppose.
Jack, can't you do anything?
Isn't it true that you intend to divorce your wife?
I have reached no such decision.
Isn't it true that you intend to divorce your wife in order to marry a member of your staff with whom you've had a long-term liaison which is still going on?
Wait a minute. Well, wait a minute, everybody. That's not true. Frank is going to go to Washington alone. He's going to find an apartment that's suitable for the baby and me. But we're very, very happily married. These are only rumors, and you shouldn't listen to them. It's just gossip.
Please stop.
Frank,
Stop, please,
please.
Didi, please. What Mrs. Ryan has said represent her feelings. Unfortunately, my feelings are otherwise.
Frank, we shouldn't get our personal life into this at all. Really, I just want to tell you I am in full support of my husband. He is a very, very honest man, and he'll make a wonderful congressman.
Miss McKee, we've obviously gone over the line into matters that are strictly personal. None of this has anything to do with the campaign.
I'm afraid I have to disagree with you. You've represented yourself as being open, as being candid, as having nothing to conceal. And it seems that at the moment, there's a great deal that you don't want us to know.
But I don't see that there's anything to be gained by going into this further.
I'll buy that.
Let me make a brief statement, and that's all I'll have to say on the matter. It is true that my wife and I are separated. She is here tonight only as a supporter of my candidacy. As for the other matter, that is strictly personal and private, and that's all there is to it.
One final question, Mr. Ryan.
Which I do not promise to answer.
You've been presented here as, quote, a good man, an honest man, as a person who will help restore people's confidence in the integrity of our leaders. Yet you've attempted to deceive your volunteers and the general public into believing that your marriage was in good order, when in fact, it is in such intense disarray that your wife recently threatened to jump from the 10th floor of a building. Moreover, you went to considerable trouble to suppress the news stories that would have exposed your true situation. My question, Mr. Ryan, is this. In your judgment, do you think these actions are the actions of an open candidate, an honest candidate?
Lady, Mr. Ryan isn't going to answer that question.
I'm not surprised. Thank you, Councilman.
You have to tell me that.
There any way I can persuade you to go easy with this?
I'm afraid not. I'm sorry, Jack, but this is one story even you won't be able to kill.
Maeve, I'm sorry.
That was no accident. That woman was here to ask those questions.
Thought it was a setup. Somebody's out to get him.
Somebody must have told her. I mean, she never would have known if nobody told her.
Up to now, you're one hell of a candidate. I never saw one better. I only wish it didn't have to end this way.
Let me straight, Charlie. Is that it?
Well, we'll have to wait till she writes what she writes in the paper. But in my opinion, your chances of going to Congress just walked out that door.
In Landview, rules were meant to be broken, and its residents will stop at nothing to get their way. Catch all the Landview shenanigans on an all-new episode of One Life to Live, weeknights at 9 on SoapNet.